Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. And it's been years, I think it's been like 2 years since I posted the last video. Anyway, today we are going to talk about the movie Leo, starring Vijay, Trisha, Sanjay Dutt, Arjun, and I don't know who else are there. There are a lot of people in this movie and they show up here and there. Yeah, so let's get into the movie review. I mean, first of all, I'll say, did I actually like the film? Or what I thought about the movie? I thought the movie was quite alright. It's not actually bad as people. It's not the worst Vijay film. If anything, it's better than an average Vijay film. I thought he did like justice to the character that he had to play. Like he was very convincing as Parthiban. Given that I don't think this movie was bad, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's very good either. It was all right. There were moments I enjoyed, but there were moments I felt like that just didn't sit right. Anyway, so let's get into the story of this movie. So it starts with Parthiban, who's a father, and he has a daughter and then a son, and wife Trisha, of course. So he's a guy who owns a coffee shop, and he's minding his business. A family guy basically is what Parthiban. That's the first idea of Parthiban we get. There's a whole hyena sequence for maybe half an hour. I'm not quite sure. 15 minutes to 30 minutes, which is totally unrelated to the story. But since it's a Vijay film, even we expect some massy movements. So it was there, and I quite honestly, I don't think it was bad or anything. I enjoyed it, and I thought the CGI also was pretty good for a film of this budget. It was very, very good. A bunch of thugs walk into Vijay's coffee shop and then they harass a woman, and then Vijay, he had to take things to his own hand, and then he ends up killing all of them. Quite honestly, I thought that fight scene was fucking incredible. I haven't seen any fight scene like this in a while. Especially in a Vijay movie, I didn't expect it to be so violent, and they just build the tension and it breaks at one point. That's when he just yells his guts out and starts shooting people in the head, and I thought that was fucking incredible. Like, I watched it on the first day, like 4 a.m. show, and like people I went with, just we lost our mind. It was that incredible, and I thought, damn, I'm so happy I came for this movie on the first day for sure. And then of course he gets taken to the police, and then people end up questioning about Parthiban, and then he had to prove himself, I had to protect myself and my child, so I had to do it. And before I get to the next point, I have to say that Sandy and the Miskin Hole portion, that portion was unnecessary for the film. I think they're just small thugs. They just want, like, it's just a point to kickstart the story, right? But I don't know why they kept showing like a whole sequence for them. It just felt so, like, if you look at the big picture, it's totally unnecessary. So they had to spend so long on that, and they could have avoided it, is basically what I'm saying. Then of course there's someone called Leo Das. He's a thug and he has his whole history. That's how we get to know in the first half. And then he has two brothers, father and an uncle. Sorry, Arjun is uncle, and then Sanjay Dutt, who plays the father of Vijay. And then these guys, I think they see him in a paper, and then in the newspaper, like a guy who shot someone to protect or something. I can't remember exactly. So, and they're like, oh, okay, this is Leo Das, this is the person I know, and then they are going after him. So this is what happens until the interval part. Okay, I thought until this the movie was very good. I went for fun. I mean, I didn't really expect a story or anything. I just wanted to have fun. I went with my friends. That's pretty much my idea. But I felt like I got more than that. I actually got to see a very different Vijay, like I've never seen before. And rather than, Vijay being Vijay, we got to see him as Parthiban. And it had like real consequences. And the story just, I don't know, it had a flow. And then even the interval point, I thought the build-up was insane. Like, it had a very grandiose sort of aura to it. And I thought, wow, this build-up is awesome. Like, they're going to show something amazing in the second half, and I'm totally in for it. And then the second half was just, I don't know what. It was quite disappointing, to be honest. because the build up was just so insane. So I thought this Leodas, oh my god, this character is going to be someone so insane, right? But he died in like 15 minutes. Like that character didn't really do anything to resonate with us. He died very quickly and it didn't really create an impact. So as you know, yeah, Vijay Parthiban is Leo in fact. Like it's the same person. But by the time I got to the end, it was really exhausting. Like I didn't care if he's Leo. In fact, I thought Parthiban was way cooler than Leo. Leo was just some underdeveloped character, and I did not give a shit. So when he revealed, it wasn't even a movement. Trust me, I went. Like I said, I went for a morning 4 o'clock show, and people did not give a shit. People were exhausted. I could just tell, like by the aura, it was just not good. Like the reveal was, it just didn't pay off really well. Is all I'm saying. There's a flashback which was horrendous, if you ask me. It did not work at all. And then, so the conflict starts because. His father, Vijay's father, Sanjay, that is into horoscope or some satanic shit. Okay, so there's a sister for Vijay as well, which is played by Madonna Sebastian. Again, another lab brat that has to be killed in a Lokesh film, right? So he has a twin sister, and someone has to die, be killed or be sacrificed, so his business can develop or grow, prosper, whatever you want to call it. I mean, out of the two twins, someone has to be sacrificed. So there's a whole argument there, and then Sanjay Dutt end up killing both of them, and then Leo ends up destroying the whole cigarette, whatever they built, and the factory is completely gone. And that's the flashback, and that's told by Mansoor Ali Khan. I can't remember the character's name. Yeah, that's the whole part happens in the second half, and then yeah, there's a point where he confronts Anthony Das and Harold Das, I think, and yeah. Leo ends up killing both of them, and then he finally reveals that yeah, I am Leo Das indeed. So the entire point of the story is Parthiban trying to live a normal life, but his past tries to pull him back in, and then he tries to protect his family in this case, but there's a bad side to him or whatever. That's the story. And then there's the LCU elements, as you know, which is unrelated to the story. I don't think it contributed to it in any way. The whole Napoleon, I think that's his name, right? So that was unnecessary as well. And then I can understand those are fan moments and you're just supposed to enjoy it, but I don't know, even the whole Kamala Hassan trying to recruit him felt so like, why do you have to do it? Sort of felt, it didn't feel organic or whatever, is what I'm trying to say. And then if you ask about the overall movie, I think yeah, like I said, it's a quite alright film, but the first half completely stood out. I thought when I got to the intervals, this is really a strong movie, or this could be one of the best movies in Vijay's career, and yeah, I'm really digging it. But then the second half just fell apart really quickly, and that's because of the unnecessary flashback. Like they could have totally avoided it. It's not necessary at all. And then yeah, now Lokesh seems to be telling that it's a fake flashback apparently, which is, I don't think it's good. Like, look, you had 2-3 hours to prove that this is a fake flashback, and quite honestly, I felt like that could have been a better movie. Like, you don't have to show a flashback, but you could have told, okay, this is how Leo died and this is the life he lived, like maybe in 3 people's point of view, and that could have created some mystery and intensity to the story, and ended it like, this is the real story and this is who Leo is. That could have said by Vijay himself, like Parthiban himself. I feel like that would have been a much better movie entirely. But no, I don't know why he is trying to explain. It almost like he's giving an excuse for messing it up. That's what I personally felt like. But of course, I can already feel people coming at me at the comments. But that's again, if you watch it, it's been a while, so I don't think it's going to go well. Getting back to the point, and then even the CGI and the fight scenes felt very like messy. Like compared to the you compare the like the coffee shop fight scene and the climax fight scene. Climax fight scene was something shitty. It was just so bad comparing to that. Felt like they just rushed to the second half. It was just not good like at all. And I think the biggest disadvantage for this film is the first half itself. Even though it was very good, it has so much build up for it. The second half couldn't live up to it. So basically, in the first half, there's a whole like he gets ready right in the interval sequence for the big bad fight or whatever. But that's the like this insane build up with good like a very rocky Anirudh music is what you got. That's the build up, and the payoff is some goofy Home Alone sequence. I'm talking about the trapeze set. It felt so like this can't be a Lokesh film, right? Am I the only one who's feeling it sort of way? Like the payoff was just not good. Exactly what they did with Leo Das. They built him up so much, the flashback just couldn't live up to it. And then the whole Subramania sequence, that was quite surprising. I mean, I didn't expect it. And the even the build up for the car chase sequence, they said they worked on it for a year, and we have worked so hard for it, but it just felt very like, I don't know, a most wanted sequence. It didn't work. Yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say about the film. But I think Vijay was surprisingly good in this. Surprisingly good. He is good, but usually people say it because they want to. They are fans of Vijay, so they don't want to give up on him, which I can understand. But Vijay was actually the good part of this film. His performance as Parthiban was just simply great. But I felt like it's Lokesh who messed up this time. Like the writing of the movie could have been a little better, and I heard they are making a sequel. It's a rumor, but I'm not quite sure. Sequel for it, even though it feels like they are giving an excuse and trying to tell that this flashback is fake and everything. I feel like it's a door to do something better. Like, if, like now they have a good chance to make a sequel and make things right and set things right. So I feel like they could use it. If anything, this is pretty smart, but come on, man, just accept it. You messed up. It felt like that too. And then, LCU. So I don't know how is Lokesh pretty much set himself on a trap, because there are a lot of people now. I don't know how is he gonna squeeze everyone in the Kaidi sequel and then the Vikram sequel, because he thought that's his whole idea, and he's going to make a Rolex film too. So I don't know how is he going to fit Vijay into this whole, because first of all, I don't think he's needed in the LCU itself, unless he has something, a very good convincing reason to put him. So yeah, that's all I thought about the movie. Hope you like it, and see you on the next video.